In today's episode, we unbox Pendulum by Stonemaier Games.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.
Hey folks, welcome back. Pendulum by Stonemaier Games. Let's unbox this bad boy. All right. This is a new game by Stonemaier. They put out maybe, one game a year? It's supposed to be like a worker placement game with a whole new system, mechanic, idea behind it using, let's use that noise, live timers to actually put pressure on you to make quick decisions. I love the idea of that. I've got a few buddies who dabble in the analysis paralysis world, and I've always been a fan of like timers, to be able to hold them accountable to making decisions in a timely fashion. This game does that in spades. Check it out. First printing, number 6969 of 12,000. About halfway through the print job. This is my copy. It's designed by Travis Jones and the art's by Robert Leisk. Linen finished box lid. You got your rules. Something feels different. So if you look at this rule, well, you can look, you can't feel. It's almost like the wingspan feel, that vinyl almost of a rule book, which really speaks to the component quality, to the energy and the effort put in by Stonemaier Games. Here's some gorgeous setup. Goes into player setup, into the rules. Very spaced out font, or large font, spaced out text, so it's not overcrowded. So it's real. It looks like the rules itself are not going to be difficult to grasp, which I like that. My brain doesn't work like it used to. Goes into, seems to be about 17 to 20 pages of rules. Yep, it's about 19 pages for the rules itself, but as you can see, each page is a small amount of text, big font, easy to read. Not a lot of text there. Gets into the 2 to 3 player game special rules, how to remove timers from the game, then it adds some advanced variants. Then it goes into explaining the different spaces and how they work. That's a beautiful way of doing it. And an FAQ at the rear of the book. Nice work. And it wouldn't be Stonemaier if it wasn't Automa. For those of you solo gamers, those Automa systems are just awesome. Quick reference guide included. That's nice to see. And then we get some punch board. So we've got some boards and tokens, good thickness, linen finish, very quality components. And it looks like we're getting right into the board itself. All right, so it's got a linen finish to the board. It is a nice matte finish. You can tell that because you're not getting as much glare from the lights on this board. It is a two-sided board, so I'm not sure what the meaning is between one side and two sides. You know, they make it easy. 1 to 3 players on one side, and if I would have looked, 4 to 5 players on the other side, right down there in the bottom corner. Makes it real easy to tell what each side is for. And now you can actually see the insert in the, there's an insert. There's an actual insert in the box. That's lovely. Lots of components in this one. This one's gonna take a little bit of time to go through, folks. Let's do this. That's a lovely way to pack it because it actually includes just a piece of chipboard to help ensure that these components are not damaged in freight. Thank you. It's really appreciated. Thank you. First thing, these player boards. This is like a plastic. This is not, doesn't feel like paper. There's plastic coated. Man, I'm getting in there real tight. Either it's plastic coated or something. Does not feel like paper finish. Oh, look at the artwork on that. Minotaur, gorgeous artwork. Cinia, the Implacable. And there's another side of her. Still beautiful artwork. Actually, 2 different pieces of art. One with a wine goblet and one without. So each side has 2 pieces of art. Let's get back to the Minotaur, see what's on the other side. We've got a kind of a colder Minotaur, more of a fire red Minotaur. Then Gambol the Briber. Gambol the Insurgent. Here we are with Drenker the Insidious, then Drenker the Tyrant, Mosiat the Justicar, and then Mosiat the Pacifist, This character is only recommended for experienced players. Take this character reference card before playing. So it looks like each side is one for newer gamers and one for more experienced players. And then here it looks as though this is an automa. Okay, now that I look at this one, I'm starting to see that yes, this is card stock, like paper card stock, but they've coated it with almost like a grit, like a rhino liner, a clear coating. I know for me, when I got Terraforming Mars the first time, I tried using like plastic dip to spray the board so that my components wouldn't slide around, and it looks as though Stonemaier Games has done this as well. They've plastic dipped the front in a clear grit, which is going to help reduce the sliding of the components. Both sides on these boards have that plastic dip. Give you some audio here. You hear that? That's the grit on the board itself. So thank you Stonemaier for that. And then we have a player board. So this is more of just a cardboard linen finish. So let's get back into this insert and we'll go into some cards. Cards of different sizes. Oh, I love when they give me the strip for opening the deck. That way I don't have to cut into it. Thank you. And we've got linen finished cards. Very nice. Card back, card front, automa cards. Love that sound of the linen finished cards sliding on one another. They just feel good in your hands. That's a huge automa deck. Look at that, folks. This is all automa. I mean, look how much energy and effort they put into just the automa system itself. Not only get the full rulebook for it, but look at the cards. Like they're gonna give you something that's truly playable, not just a variant of the game as a solo system. Look like they are the council phase, kind of explaining that. These are cards for each of the different characters in the game. So it talks about who they are, and it looks as though it goes into some of the specialness of them, maybe how they work. Gambol the Insurgent is not one of the favored nobility, but he still has designs on the throne. He has been stoking discontent and rebellion amongst the common folk and has gained a surprising amount of support. Flavor text in there to get you into the theme of the game. And I'm not certain what these cards are for, but more cards. So when it comes to the game itself, looks like this is a stack of cards. When it comes to the solo, there's another stack. That's a thicker stack. That's good. Back in the box, we have some mini cards. Not mean, but mini. And we've got some trophy cards. Not sure how they work out. Really don't know what they do, but again, they're mini cards tied to each character that look beautiful. And it's all iconography for these. So I'm hoping this will be simple to understand. Very beautiful cards. I like the parchment style look to them. Very nice looking cards. Then we have these square size cards, almost like the King of Tokyo style for the mutations and the upgrades for King of Tokyo. Square cards. Here's the back. Looks like a map image on the rear, and on the front are 4 different directions. And I'm not sure if these are city locations. That's what I'm gonna have to assume based on the map and then the name, and then a little bit of flavor imagery behind there, and then some kind of a bonus or something you get from these items. But here's some square cards. Here's the biggest thing about this game, sand timers. So you got these sand timers that are in a clear plastic tubing with a gem-like base, which I've heard some tough stuff about these bases because it looks as though they're not very wide. So if you don't set them down well, they can get a little wobble to them. There are different time amounts on these sand timers. Gotta keep these away from my kids. They tend to, I got 3 boys, they tend to break stuff. And I'm certain that that's glass in there that we don't want to mess with. All right, let's get into some of the components. Got a bag of purple squares. Got purple squares. Almost feel like Laffy Taffy. That's the fat Carlos in me, the 12-year-old fat kid who wants to eat candy. And then we got baggies for these, so we'll bag these up later. We've got cubes. I'm sure if Rob was here, he would be loving this part, which is the unboxing of cubes. These are plastic cubes. So not wooden cubes, but plastic cubes. Blue, more blue, got some yellow cubes, kind of a dark red cube. So you got your cubes. Oh, this looks cool. That is metal, folks. This really is metal. Not sure what it indicates, but that is metal. Very, very cool. And we've got some components here. Hexagonal shaped pieces, cylinder type towers. Got some small sand timer shaped pieces. Not certain what they mean, but they're in there. And then finally, this is it for, oh wait, there's more components. Okay. We've got true cylinders. So these are like round pip looking cylinders. They're rolling around everywhere. Again, plastic components, plastic cylinder components. And then, oh, here's my workers. Looking for these. And these are funny, I guess to me, because I cannot not see Rick and Morty when I look at these. Like, I just can't not see it. Like, I'm just saying that. Tell me that's not Rick and Morty right there. Come on, Morty. Oh, I'm in. Sorry, had to do it. Got different color meeples, I'm assuming, for each player, different sizes. You got your Rick and your Mortys. So that concludes the unboxing of Pendulum by Stonemaier Games. My name is Carlos. We're the Beans and Dice Podcast. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for watching the Beans and Dice Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe.